Welcome to the NFL Saturday Night Football Edition. My name is Abby. This is for Saturday, December 27th. We have two games that are going to be occurring this evening and for the Saturday Night Special Football Edition. These lines, of course, on the front end, as you know by now, is covers.com, line moves, totals, and the injury report. That's on the front end. That's the shorter version. The extended version is on the back end, oddslogic.com. We do have, of course, the extended line moves, totals, and the injury report. More up to date, up to the second information that you need to be aware of. Of course, it covers all professional sports leagues. This will be in the description below. Again, it's oddslogic.com. Check it out. It's a game changer. Good opportunity to take advantage of that. Get ahead of the number and beat the books. Again, it's oddslogic.com. So we're going to take a look at the first game here, early Saturday afternoon game, heading into the evening. Houston at the L.A Chargers. This one here opened up 1.5. Houston opened up at 39.5. The total has now moved to about half a point to 39. So we're seeing some 39s out there. It has moved down by half a point. And the spread has gone from 1.5. We're seeing the majority is still 1.5, but we are starting to see some twos. Some twos are starting to come up on the board. So, but the majority still is holding at 1.5, but twos are creeping up slowly at 1 or 2 books. So that's where we stand with that. Now the injury report for this game, starting with Houston, the Houston Texans. We do have, it's a short list for Houston. Woody Marks, running back, has an ankle issue. However, he is upgraded and he will be available for this game. Joe Mixon is out for the season with the foot injury. Brevin Jordan, tight end, with a knee issue, he's out for the season. So not too much injured players on the Houston Texans. But for the L.A Chargers, same thing. Two healthy teams, not too much injuries there. Devontae Adams, he has a hamstring issue. I'm sorry, I hit the wrong one. Sorry about that. It's the wrong one. I apologize. The Chargers have a list of injuries. Their injury report's pretty long. It's a long laundry list of injuries. So we got Denzel Perryman, linebacker. He's suspended for 2 games. So he is out, and he'll be serving the first of the 2 suspensions. Or the first of the 2-game suspension. He's serving that tonight, so he'll not be available. Kamani Vidal, running back. He has a neck issue. So he is questionable. He is 50-50 for tonight's game. Dante Jackson, cornerback. He has a groin injury. So he is questionable to play 50-50. A lot of questionables tonight, including Jamari Slayer, offensive lineman, has a hamstring, so he is questionable to play tonight, 50-50. Trey Pipkins, guard, knee, questionable to play this evening. He is 50-50. Darius Davis, wide receiver, and knee, questionable to play this evening. He's 50-50. So that's the laundry list of players who are on the fence, who may or may not play their 50-50. So we're going to go from that, and we're going to check where the public and sharps are for this game. Right now, the public for Houston and LA, they're on the it's kind of split. It's 50-50. There's some Charger money at the beginning, but we're seeing a bit of Houston money coming in right now. So it's 50-50. So a bit of resistance there. However, on the total in this game is predominantly all under money. Predominantly under money in this for the total. I don't have a client play on this game. However, I'll give you a recommendation for this game. And what I would recommend you guys to take for the first game My recommendation here for Houston and the L.A. Chargers. This one here, I would look at. Let me see what the first half is saying. I'm gonna look at the first half. Let me take a look. Take a look at that. I'm gonna take the first half over 19 and a half. I like the first half over 19 and a half. Houston and LA. First half over 19 and a half. That's gonna be my play. Like I said, I can see at the beginning the scoring picking up quite a bit. I don't trust the full game. I trust the first half at the beginning. Scoring picks up quite a bit. Remember, these teams are playing on a short week. That's why I don't think the defenses will be ready to play in this one. So I look for a lot of scoring early on for this game to go over the total of 19 and a half. So that's my play on that. I don't have a play on the side. I'm going to pass on the side, but that'll be my play that I would recommend. Now, in terms of the player props, I don't do defensive player props. I just focus on the offensive player props. If you're wondering, that's what I focus on. So I would recommend. Let's look at the receiving. I don't see anything I like here on the passing yards. I'm going to pass on that. But player receptions, I do like Nico Collins over 4.5 receptions. I like him. He usually has big games when it's a standalone primetime game, like the Saturday night primetime. He usually has big games. So I like Nico Collins, 4.5 receptions over 4.5. I like Dalton Schultz over 4.5 receptions as well. I like that. Those two I like for Houston. For the LA side, Lad McConkey over 3.5 receptions. I like that one. And I would take Arande Gadsden over 2.5 receptions. I like those. Now for the receiving yards, I would take here Dalton Schultz over 40.5 receiving yards. I like that. He's very good after the catch. I like him there. I do like Nico Collins over 63.5 receiving yards. On the San Diego side, I would look at Arande Gadsden over 30.5 receiving yards. Now for the rushing props for rushing yards, first I look at the rushing attempts. I look at Woody Marks over 13.5 rushing attempts. I like that one. And I look as well. I like Herbert, Justin Herbert over 23.5 rushing yards. I like that one. And I like Woody Marks over 47.5 rushing yards. So I like those ones. Those ones stand out to me. I can see this game basically, there'll be a lot of scoring, but the running backs will have a lot to say in this game. So I expect big games from Woody Marks, and I expect a big game from him. I do expect that. He's at home. They're on the road. Excuse me, they're on the road, but I still expect Woody Marks to have an impact on this game. If Houston's going to win, I expect him to get the ball early and often. A lot of attempts, rushing yards. I like Woody Marks, like I said. Justin Herbert, get out of the pocket, scrambling and running, over 23.5 rushing yards. I like that one as well. That's it for the player props, and that's it for this first game. So that's my thoughts on that. So we're going to move on from game one to the nightcap. The nightcap's Baltimore and Green Bay. This one here, I have a client play for this game. I do have that client play available, but I will give you a recommended play for this one as well. Let's get to where the opening number, where this all began, the opening number for this game. So this one here, this one's opened up -3, Baltimore -3. I'm sorry, Green Bay -3, total 46.5. Now this total has dropped significantly by about it dropped by about 8 points. 8 points it dropped by, so it's a big drop off to 38.5, and the line is still holding at 3. It opened up at 3 and still holding at 3, so it hasn't really moved that much. Hasn't really moved much at all. We're seeing 3.5s here and there, but it's mainly 3. I'm seeing 3 here. So that's where it stands right now for the line. We're going to check the injury report, and we're going to start off with Baltimore. As you know, Lamar Jackson's out for this game. He's out with the back issue. So Todd Hundley's going to start. Offensive lineman Andrew Voorhees. He has back issues as well, just like Lamar Jackson, but he is questionable to play. He's 50-50. That's the short list of injuries for Baltimore. Now for the Green Bay Packers, we got Green Bay, and they have a laundry list of questionables today. Starting with Sean Ryan. He has an illness, so he is questionable to play tonight in this game. Jordan Love is out with a concussion in this game. Christian Watson. So Malik Willis, I believe. Malik Willis is starting. I believe he'll be playing tonight. Christian Watson, wide receiver, has a shoulder issue, but he is questionable to play in this game. So Malik Willis, like we mentioned before, he'll be available tonight. He has some shoulder issues, but he's going to be playing tonight. He will play in this game. John Fitzpatrick is out for the season with a knee injury. He's the tight end. Romeo Doubs, wide receiver, is 50-50 and questionable for tonight's game with the wrist issues. Evan Williams, cornerback, knee, questionable to play tonight. He's 50-50. Zach Tom, offensive lineman, knee, questionable to play tonight in this game as well. Marshawn Lloyd, running back, hamstring, questionable to play in this game as well, 50-50. And that is pretty much the injury report for this one. Pretty much it. So we are going to go to where the public and sharps are for this game. We'll check that out now. And a bit of resistance on the side. We got a lot of Green Bay money early, but all of a sudden Baltimore money is starting to pour in. So there's a bit of resistance on the side. However, for the total, it's a whole different story, as we are expecting the public's all over the over. They like the over in this game. They like over in this game for tonight's game. They like the over, and for me in this game, the recommended play that I would give, I agree with the public because both teams are playing to the over right now. Baltimore is 9-6 to the over last 15 games. Green Bay 7-1 to the over/under. Baltimore, they're playing. Yeah, so I like the over. I agree. I like the over in this game because both teams are pretty much playing to the over. So yes, I agree. I agree with the public here. I would recommend the over. I know it's a low total because Lamar Jackson's out of the lineup, and they got Todd Hundley, and then on the Green Bay side they got Malik Willis. So you got two backup quarterbacks. I understand why the total dropped by 8 points from 46.5 all the way to 38.5 by 8 points. I can see why, but I don't think to me it's that much of a regression, in my opinion. I think both quarterbacks are capable with all-star standouts or capable standouts to help them on the offensive side of the ball. For both teams, I feel that they can put up enough points to get this game over the total. So I agree with the public. I do like the over myself. I recommend the over. There is a climb play for this game, like I said. If you want, I'll explain more later how to get that client play. But before that, I'm going to go and look at player props to see which ones are the best options for this game, the second game, Baltimore, Green Bay. So this one here, for the player props, we're going to look at, we'll take a look at the passing TDs. We like Tyler Huntley over, actually, they got him at 0.5, one touchdown. So I like that one. That's doable. I think he can get that. He'll get one. He should be able to get one TD. That's not much to ask for. You're asking Todd Huntley to get one TD, so 0.5 over basically one TD. So we're not asking much for him to do that. So I like that one. That's pretty not difficult to do. I think he can get that. Passing yards. I'm gonna pass on that. Nothing there. Receiving props for receptions. Gonna look at Zay Flowers. He's gonna be an important part of this game. Zay Flowers. I like Zay Flowers here over 4.5 receptions. I think he'll be an important piece for if Baltimore's gonna win this game. I do like that. I do like as well Mark Andrews over 2.5 receptions as well. I like those two. On the Green Bay side, I like because Malik Willis, we don't know how he's gonna do with these receivers, but I'm gonna bank on Christian Watson over 2.5 receptions and Jaden Reed over 2.5 receptions. Those ones stand out to me. Receiving yards, I would go with Zay Flowers over 15.5 receiving yards. He's capable of going over that number. Yeah, I'd say that's the one I would target. Wouldn't talk you off of Mark Andrews over 23.5 receiving yards, but my favorite one I'd go with Zay Flowers, 15.5 receiving yards. Usually he has big games. When it's a Saturday night primetime game, he usually shows up for these kind of games. So I expect him to have a solid game tonight. Green Bay side, I would take receiving yards, Christian Watson, 35.5 receiving yards. I would go with that. Jaden Reed over 27.5 receiving yards. I'd go with that as well. That's what I would recommend. Rushing yards. We are going to look at here. We're going to take a look at Josh Jacobs. So Green Bay is going to win this game. Josh Jacobs is going to have to get the ball early and often. And Malik Willis is going to have to rely on him. So I look for Josh Jacobs to get over 15.5 rush attempts. I like that one a lot. That one I like. And I like that one there. Rushing yards, I like Derrick Henry over 76.5 rushing yards. He's picked up tremendously. And he's had some big games the last few weeks. I expect him to clear this number. So Baltimore's going to win to keep their playoff hopes alive and to win the division. I expect Derrick Henry to have a big game tonight, over 76.5 rushing yards. I like that. On the Green Bay side, I would look at Josh Jacobs over 58.5 receiving rushing yards, over 58.5 rushing yards. Josh Jacobs, like that one as well. So those are the ones that stand up for me in this game. Nothing else. Yeah, nothing else will stand up for me. That's what I like. I like those two for rushing, and that's pretty much it. That's it for this segment for these two games. We've covered all two of these games. Nothing else to add to this. That's it. Nothing else to add. That's pretty much it. Now, I mentioned earlier, if you want to get the client plays and where to go to sportsmemo.com, Abby Sports Picks. The client plays are there. They're available today. You can take advantage of those client plays. Again, take advantage of the client plays. And this because this is the Weekend Warrior Pass. This is the one that we talked about. We mentioned this early in the last video. Weekend Warrior Pass, we cover the college football, the NFL, and we also throw in as a bonus Monday Night Football pick. That's the Weekend Warrior Pass. You'll see it there. It's in the description below. Check that out. So all my client plays will be there. I'm number one in college football last 3 days, number one in the NFL last 3 days. So I'm seeing it well, and it's good. It's a good time now to jump on board, take advantage of the client plays. I have them up and running right now. So get on board, be a part of the action, so you can hit some winners and have a big weekend in college football and the NFL. So we got them available right now. Again, sportsmemo.com, Abby Sports Picks, the Weekend Warrior Pass. I got up and running. Check that out. As for the recommended plays on the video, whether you fit or follow those recommended plays is up to you. I look at the game to make my assessment, make my pick, and you go from there. Still hope that one of you guys do. Hope you hit some winners, cash out some tickets, have a big weekend. Nothing else to add. Again, oddslogic.com, oddslogic.com, as you mentioned before. That'll be in the description below. Take advantage of that. It's a game changer. Covers all professional sports leagues. Again, nothing else to add or say. Good luck. Stay true to yourself. Stay blessed. Stay humble. Believe in yourself. Good luck. Let's have a big and productive Saturday for the NFL games. And I'll drop another video late tonight or tomorrow for the NFL, the rest of the NFL slate. Until then, peace and out. Take care.